Our biggest weakness as a team was our bad luck at restrictor plates, which we called partially bad luck. The second biggest weakness we had was our intermediate tracks, our 1.5-mile, 2-mile race tracks. We didn't have as good a stats there as we did at the short tracks and some of the road course stuff. So that was one of the things that, looking at after the first 5 races between Vegas and California, that we're happy that we've made big improvements as a team on the 39 side. Obviously, Tony's proved that he can get it done, and we've made a bigger statement about what we're capable of. So going into Texas, yeah, I'm happy. I look forward to it. The night race, I think the biggest thing is what's the track going to do. I don't know. We always had a big balanced transition at places like Charlotte and Atlanta, and they were sometimes different. But going into Texas, what the transitions are going to be and what the weather's going to be like that leads to those transitions.
Well, it's going to be cool for sure. It's something we've never done with the Cup cars, but I've watched. Every time the Indy cars run there at night, I'm watching, and same with the trucks. They put on really good shows in the nighttime, and it's going to be the same for us, I believe. It's a fast racetrack. We saw insane qualifying speeds last fall, and we'll see some more of that this year, I think.
Texas is a great place to race. The facility and the fans, everybody that comes out, it's just always a big show. It's really awesome to be part of that, and I think the night race there will be great. It's the day race. I like racing at Texas no matter what, and when we finish at night or watch a truck race at night or something like that, it's pretty awesome. So I think there'll be a great Cup race next Saturday night, and looking forward to it. It's one of our better tracks. I think we should do pretty well.
Yeah, it's going to be good. I mean, I know I looked at the schedule today. It's obviously a lot different than what we've seen there in the past, and night races have happened, but not like this Saturday night race. And it's a great place. What I like about the racetrack is it's kind of the asphalt's weathered up enough to where the racing groove moves up a lot during the race, so you can run multiple grooves, and that's always good for racing, I think. And it's always a fun place to go. It's going to be packed, I know, and the fans are always great. We've had a couple appearances there, so Texas is a great venue for us, and it's going to be a great racetrack for us, I'm sure.
Well, I enjoy Saturday night racing for sure. I mean, we all grew up at shouldn't say all of us, most of us grew up racing Friday nights and Saturday nights at our local short tracks. I don't think I ever ran more than 3 or 4 Sunday races probably ever before I went NASCAR racing. So I mean, Saturday night races I think are fun. I think that the fans enjoy it. It gives them an extra travel day. They probably have to miss less work and can get back home on Sunday and do that kind of stuff. So as far as a driver's perspective, the racing's not a lot different. The 2 biggest things really, I guess, is visibility. When we race at night, the visibility is much more constant. You don't have the sun setting and shadows and have all that kind of stuff. The lighting systems are so good, and the surface doesn't vary as much. Your setups and all that will stay probably closer to the same throughout the whole race on a night race than it would during the day race with the sun and the clouds and the different things going on to the track conditions. Well, I love going to Texas. It's always been a good track for us there. We've always performed pretty well there as an organization as well as our individual teams. So it's one that I always look forward to. It looks like it's going to be great weather. Come out and watch the race. It's going to be hot, and it's going to be racing under the lights there, which will be really exciting. So I'm looking forward to the weekend. All the 1.5s are very unique now, especially with some of the tracks pavement aging like Texas, and then you got a place where the pavement's real sticky now like Charlotte, and they're really all a lot different. So the biggest thing that's always made Texas so unique is it's real high bank and real fast, but the corner entry and exits are really, really flat, and it's always a challenge to negotiate that. There's a few bumps here and there, but the pavement's pretty wore out. The groove has moved around a lot where you can run the top and the bottom, and it's made for some really exciting racing lately, and I don't see that being any different this week. I think the racing will be great there, like it always is. So it is a unique track, and it's one that I always look forward to going to. Probably not. It's hard for me to remember the same point last year. It's hard for me to remember last week, really, but certainly overall until probably, I don't know when we made the turn last year, I guess August or September, it seemed like the organization started making the turn and having flashes of brilliance and performing better here and there. And then I'd say the last 2 months of the season last year, certainly, Carl won a bunch of races and Greg won a couple, and everybody started running good, and thankfully so far we've been able to continue that throughout the winter and keep improving our cars and coming out of the box, pretty competitive as an organization and as a team this year.
The Texas part, I think it's great because those guys,
they always kind of laugh. I know Burton always kind of laughed at me. And even Gordon, he'd always kind of give you the shot in the ribs, saying, "Oh man, that was pretty fun to watch yesterday." And to see those guys have to answer those questions, at driver intros and things like that is fun. And because they don't really know what to say other than, it happens sometimes. So that part makes me laugh still to this day when I think back about the moment, just with those two guys, especially Burton. So that's fun.
Texas has always been one of my better racetracks, but I've never, been competitive enough to win a race here until last year. And especially, just 2 weeks after I had the knee surgery, it was very unexpected to win the first one. But when we did, we came back here with obviously a big boost of confidence, and obviously was able to pull off the sweep when we got here in November. Not only is it fan friendly, but it's also driver friendly. There's a lot of amenities that we get to enjoy when we come here. There's a lot to do in and around the racetrack. And I think that Eddie's done a great job, and everyone at Texas Motor Speedway, with keeping up with the fan demand. It's more than just a race that you go to. It's an event, and the fan really gets to capture that through their weekend here. I love racing at night, especially here at Texas, because the cars look like they're going so much faster than what they do during the day. And this is the fastest, really, mile-and-a-half racetrack that we have on our circuit. So it's intense, and obviously everything's magnified a little bit with the lights. So as a driver, we love racing.